Guy here. Today we're talking about console gaming because some new numbers came out yesterday that basically say that console gaming just in general is dead.
Oh!
The industry is the smallest it has ever been in 30 years. And we're going to take a look at the digits.
Oh, the fanboys ain't going to like this.
I want to be just saying this I feel like the reason for console gaming being in such a bad spot,
here we go.
It's obvious. We all know what the heck is up.
Oh,
now,
what is it?
When you bought a console in the 80s or the 90s or something.
Oh, here we go again with this, man. Put that PlayStation 1 down, man. The same. You see this fool? You really think people playing on that artifact are still playing now? Man, them dinosaurs are extinct, okay? I tried to warn you, games to win another W, that the group of gamers that play games now aren't the same ones that we grew up playing. Yes, we might have a few 40, 50-year-old dinosaurs still around, but guess what? They're casual now. We try to warn you, man, the vast majority of people are playing free-to-plays as well as third-party games.
You'd get something and it was cheap. Console gaming used to be the budget gaming.
Keyword, used to be.
Option. Your PlayStation would start out pretty cheap and it'd get a bunch of different discounts. If you were buying a PlayStation 2 or a Nintendo 64, a lot of times, not only were the consoles getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, but there were discount games all over the place. You used to
that's because the games didn't cost that much money to make. See, what you people don't understand is that the gaming industry hasn't grown. And I brought this up to people's attention. We have never eclipsed 300 million total consoles altogether. We just haven't, guys. At the end of the day, it's either we get some new people, or some people just stop playing, or some people jump on the bandwagon again, or some people just comfortable with the old hardware. That is what's going on here, man. Gaming is not growing as a hobby, but the only thing that is the budgets of how much it costs to make these games. Do you get what I'm saying? The cost of Final Fantasy VII back in the days of 1997 didn't cost as much as a Final Fantasy VII Intergrade or a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game. You get what I'm saying? You got the same. If anything, you know what? You have way less people. You know what? That's crazy. You got more people buying Final Fantasy VII back on the PlayStation 1 than what we have nowadays. So that just shows you it's either we got a bunch of new fans still playing or we just got a bunch of old ones still going at it. But time shows that there's less people still buying these games.
$10 stuff. And yeah, maybe those games would suck. It'd be some crappy Looney Tunes game or something. But you'd also find deep discounts on Doom or Wolfenstein or whatever, right? Games got cheaper. Consoles got cheaper.
And that's because games was cheap to make and manufacture. Things have gotten more expensive. Have you seen the budgets of these games, guys? And yet you guys are like, oh, but we'll be fine selling it to the same 1 to 2 million people. No, the budget is way higher. So therefore, with a higher budget means that you need more people to buy the game so the game could be a success. That's why AA's are taking over, because they don't cost as much as AAA, but yet they can sell it at a $40, $50 price tag and still make pretty much, not identically, but similar to the same type of money, mostly due to the budget that they're putting into these games.
Controllers got to be practically free, whereas now everybody, especially in this industry, considers like a console to be an investment. You're investing in the future of gaming. You gotta buy, oh, you have a PS5. Well, now you gotta buy a PS5 disc drive. Now you need a PS5 Pro. Oh, you've got the Xbox Series X. Do you have the expansion port? Do you have years of Game Pass? I feel like this goes beyond just the price increases. We all know consoles are getting more and more and more expensive.
It's not the console. It is, you know what, bro? How are you going to sit there and go as far to say it's the console when the consoles were still reasonably priced for some time? Ain't that the reason why y'all talk about 84 million shipped consoles? The console sales is not the problem. The problem is the budgets of these games have ballooned up to extreme levels to where there's just not enough of you guys to go out there and buy them. That's why Microsoft says we're going to push it through a subscription service. We're going to be the Netflix of gaming. Why? That's why you see Sony pushing PlayStation Plus memberships as well as Nintendo, because that is where the money is coming from. I don't understand how hard is it for you people to comprehend that the vast majority of where these companies are making their money off is a membership subscription service.
there's also been a lot of console shortages, especially during lockdowns and stuff. But I feel like the big hurdle a lot of people are having is this is a Switch Lite. I think I got this for $100. I feel like a lot of...
So Nintendo didn't even get your money because you bought the product used, so clearly it's not a console sale, because if you want to make it... Like, what do you mean? How are you going to even turn that into an argument? You didn't even buy it new, which also goes back to the point that it's not about the console sales, because that means Nintendo did not see any of your money.
People are having that problem now where they're like, okay, this thing could play games, this thing is fun enough, this thing is decent. What makes something that's 10 times the price 10 times better? These costs are getting to be a cost-benefit analysis that I think a lot of people just don't want to make.
Well, it's not worth it. I mean, look at the games that y'all playing. Remakes, remastered games. I told you guys, the generation of games still want another W. Every time you guys keep saying that I'm wrong in something, we find out that GameStop was right all along. This is why Microsoft is shifting towards a PC hybrid approach with their new platform, because that is where the future of gaming is going, as well as cloud. And you guys are like, oh, you're just an Xbox fan. No, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not here to lie to anybody. I'm not here to cater to a specific audience of gamers. I'm here to bring you people the truth. Now that it's finally blown up in your faces, you're like, I don't get it. We bought 85 million PlayStations. I don't understand why we're still failing. Because the software, bro. The software, bruv. Nobody's buying these games. People are comfortable still playing on PS4. Nobody cares about your console like you people think.
But let's take a look at the numbers, because honestly, they are bad. Hi, hope you're having a great day. And if video game hardware sales in US, which is typically in November, this is the peak Christmas time. Everybody in the United States, this is when you buy stuff for Black Friday. This is when you get your deep discounts. This is when you have time to buy it and wrap it before the kiddos get to it, right? This was the lowest hardware sales since 1995.
That is embarrassing. That is absolutely embarrassing, and I told y'all. How, bro? This is embarrassing. And what's even more crazy about that, we're talking, you know what, bro? I'm about to hit y'all with the ballistics, man. Y'all don't know gaming. Y'all don't know gaming history like Gamester do. 1994 and 5 is when consoles like the PS1, Sega Saturn, well, N64 was 96, of course. But that's kind of where the launch of those consoles came out, right? We're comparing stuff that is 5 years. Well, Switch is possibly getting up to its first year. 5 years into these consoles. And yet they're worse? 5 years into the console and you can't compete with 1995 PlayStation 1? And y'all say gaming is growing. Gaming, it's bigger than it's ever. Yeah, shut up. We are all getting tired of these lies and narratives that you fanboys keep pushing in this community, man. You guys keep lying to yourself. Y'all like, damn, Gabe said, that's true, man. We 5 years into the PS, 5 years into the Xbox, as well as the popular Nintendo Switch 2, and it's lower than... I don't even think you guys realize how bad that actually sounds. That, you know what, let's just go ahead.
Legitimately, there's not been hardware sales this low in 30 years.
Wow.
That is
where people didn't even make much money. When people was out there renting games before they were buying them. Oh, but we buy game though. We support the yeah, man. Be quiet with all these excuses. We support the devs. We support the... Make sure y'all share this video. You make sure we get a bunch of views for this one. Because you know why? People need to hear the truth, man. You know, you guys have been lying for the past 5 years, talking about how game and Mr. Philly Cheesesteak. Hope he come in here. Mr. SWP Philly Cheesesteak 215. I'm going to make sure I pin his comment. Mr. Talk about game is bigger than ever. Game is bigger than 1990. PlayStation 1, 1995.
Mind-blowing number. This record low makes sense, given that at this point, this is a lump sum. This is all consoles combined. And you could say, okay, well, Xbox is completely dead. Typically, there would be, something in there. There'd be 3 pieces of the pie. At this point, the pie is just missing a chunk of it. But the PS5, obviously, the PS5 is still selling the highest of the consoles, but even then, it's in its 5th year. People that want a PlayStation 5 at this point probably already had it 2 years ago at minimum.
GTA 6 is the saving grace. That's the only thing that's going to save these consoles, man.
Right? It's also the fact that, honestly, there hasn't been that many big PS5 exclusives. I do think that part of what really...
now we finally hear the truth. We've known that for 5 years already.
The momentum of the PlayStation 4 and the
truth's
PlayStation
coming out.
was the waves of exclusives every single year and the price drops. And this time, we essentially have
console gaming
neither of those. Seems like a bad business proposition. But what's interesting is that in the sales report, it even says that basically Nintendo is making less money than their year prior as well, which is weird. Now, you could say...
No, it's not. It's not weird. Because Nintendo's putting more money... See, that's why I try to tell you. Let me break this down. You know, and like I said, please make sure y'all share the video. I feel like everybody needs to hear this one. First off, Nintendo's investing in the Switch 2, right? The RAM shortages and all that, that's going to raise the prices, and they're not making money off the Switch. Because you know why? People that are buying the Switch 2, I'm going to explain why Nintendo's not making money the way they're supposed to. Because yes, people are buying the console. It is selling very well, 14, 15, whatever, how many mil, but they're losing money on every console sold. Are you guys still following? Okay, yeah, we got your games. Okay. Now, the people that are upgrading to the Switch 2 more likely had a membership from the Switch 1, right? Which means that they were already paying $50 to play those games on the Switch 1. Yeah, that's fair enough, game. So, yeah, backwards compatibility. Yeah, that was a main feature. Okay. Backwards compatibility. Why would I buy... See, backwards compatibility it's a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing, and I'm going to explain why. This is going to be the reason why. Because people don't have... nobody has to buy no Switch game. If I buy a Switch 2, all I got to do is buy 2 games, and that's it. Right? Tropical Freeze and Donkey Kong, Bonanza, and Mario Kart World, though. That's all I need, right? Which means there's less money going to Nintendo. Nintendo's not getting money from the Switch 2 like y'all think. Because the members from the Switch 1 probably already had a membership, and then they just transferred to Switch 2. So it didn't even matter if they bought the Switch 2. On top of the fact that they're losing money off the hardware, so that means they're not getting any new members. Yeah, they do buy the games, right? But that's not enough to compensate for the lack of money. So obviously the Switch 2 is Switch 1 is very necessary for the Switch 2 success. That's why Nintendo hasn't completely abandoned it.
Oh, it's that last year everybody was buying cheap Nintendo Switches. Now this year they're not buying expensive Nintendo Switch 2. But it is weird that just in general, people can't afford or just aren't getting...
It's not that. They just don't want it. How hard is it for you fanboys to say that nobody wants your stuff? Nobody wants it. And I told you, the Fortnite gamers, they don't care, bro. This is the detriment of your market.
Switch 2 hardware. It had a decent launch, but after that, people just stopped buying it. The Switch 2 is the fastest selling console at 3 times the cost. My lordy. I like this tweet by Luke Stevens.
Look at this.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. Now, I actually saw Spawnwave did a video talking about this, and I saw the entire gaming industry is that. Gifting your friend a new controller.
Look at that. Have you guys noticed? Look at the budget. The budgets of the games are ballooning. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how much they're costing. And look at how much they're losing. Look at that. They're costing more than they've ever been. And yet, the blue scale just keeps going lower and lower. That's why companies like, hold on, we got to do double A's, man. We're spending upwards to $450 million on games, and we're getting this little blue thing at the bottom? I told y'all, and this is hardware unit sales, too. People are buying, like, oh, but the Switch 2 is so good. I told you it was going to decline. I told y'all. Switch 2 is doing good, but regardless of the Switch 2 selling enough, Nintendo is not profiting. They're not getting money because the people that upgrade to Switch 2, they already had the membership check. That means they're already getting the money. You buy the 2 games, that's the only money that Nintendo has ever seen from you. If you buy the games, that's it. If you buy the Switch 2 games, Nintendo sees your money. I mean, if you give them Switch membership, they do, but not if you transferred it from Switch 1 to Switch 2, because they were already getting that money anyway. So therefore, the money hasn't really increased. They're just getting that money monthly fee from gamers that no longer play on their Switch 1s.
Gifting your friend a new game. And now, think about the fact that there are $200 controllers now. $200 controller. The PlayStation Edge controller.
It's only going to go up. I told y'all.
Getting to a point now where this is actually taking away from actual console manufacturing. A lot of people are talking about the fact that console prices are going to go up again next year because they're now having to bid against AI trillion-dollar companies.
And who's a big push of AI? Ding 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. Microsoft. Microsoft's laughing. Now you guys are really gonna hate them now. They causing all these problems. So when Microsoft says console gaming is dead, Microsoft says, oh yes, AI, technology. This is what we're pushing. Game Pass will be on every device. No matter what it is.
When PlayStation wants to make a bunch,
and that's not me defending Microsoft. At the end of the day, gaming to me is already over. I don't care. I got my retro. I'm comfortable. I'm just laughing at all you fools that put all this hype. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive in this gaming industry. You know, you guys keep saying that, oh, games is just negative. No. I'm already came to the conclusion, so I don't have to get my feelings hurt. You guys are going to put all your money into this, and then you're going to walk out with your feelings hurt, and you're going to be like, damn, why I buy all this stuff, man? I should have just went retro and just enjoyed my little happiness. Nope. Because y'all wanted to put faith in these companies. I told you, man, there ain't no company here that care about y'all.
For consoles, they're no longer just bidding against other people trying to get those chips. They're competing against chip manufacturers that have trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in government contracts. I don't think Sony's going to be able to do that. The price, which people can already barely afford.
I mean, Xbox is kind of doing that because they push it in with the AI.
For a freaking PlayStation 5, you can't afford it if it's going to be nearly $1,000. You're no longer allowed to enjoy building your own PC in the year 2025. But don't worry about it. Everybody is basically saying, hey, let's make all games with AI. Let's make all consoles with AI. Let's make everything, right?
And guess what? When you make all consoles with AI, what does that mean? That means you also make everything. Uh-oh. Don't say it. Don't say it, Gamester. That's right. An Xbox. Now you start to see what Microsoft was telling you. I told you guys, this was the writing on the wall. I even told that, you know what's funny? I even told PC gamers that this would affect their market. I did. Y'all remember when I said, oh, y'all was damage control? Oh, no, they would never impact the PC. I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is not me defending Microsoft. This is just me telling y'all the truth. I know how this industry works, bro. And at the end of the day, you guys are either going to like it or love it. Like I said, I'm already comfortable enough to go back to where gaming was a great time for me. I mean, if you guys want to still be in this little horse race, by all means, can keep on running. Because at the end of the day, there ain't no finish line for y'all. Matter of fact, they was. They finished. You guys have no line. Just keep running like a bunch of hamsters.
Not really considering the fact that what if nobody can afford the tech you make?
They don't care because y'all don't get it. See, they don't get it. The whole point of the AI technology is to take away the fact. Remember when I made up. Remember when I made a post saying I played Ninja Gaiden 4 through Game Pass Ultimate through the streaming, and I said, "Damn, this is just as good as if I played it natively." If I downloaded it, there was a warning to that. You can look at my post, and you'll see that, and you're like, "Damn!" People's like asking me, like, "You must got good internet or something." Remember? So AI, the whole point of AI is gonna mean that no matter, and I played it on an old Xbox One VCR. And it looked just as good as I played on my series. Internet, regardless of what I'm telling you, no input lag on nothing. Now, with the online, is a little different. I did try with the online. It's a little finicky. It works here and here, whatever, right? But still, when it came down to the single player with Ninja Gaiden, it worked perfectly flawless for me. So what I'm saying, with this AI technology, that no matter what device you got, you'll be able to play these demanding games as long as it got a screen.
I'll be honest.
Hey,
for selfish reasons. I have always
played
consoles. And I
selfish reasons.
Play way more PC gaming now, but I'm still in the spot where I like console gaming. I liked this all-in-one, easily accessible gaming experiences. I've seen people say that this is an effort to essentially push everybody into cloud gaming.
And when you push everybody into cloud gaming, what are you also making everything? Oh, that's right, an Xbox.
Easily accessible gaming experiences. I've seen people say that this is an effort to essentially push everybody into cloud gaming.
This is a thing to push everybody to Xbox ecosystem. That's why Sarah Bond says our Windows operating system is going to be on everything. Y'all don't catch it, man. It's like you. And the funny thing is, they say it right in front of your faces, and you still don't catch it. Y'all gonna be, oh, you defending. I'm not defending nobody. I'm telling you that they've said it to your faces, and y'all want to sit there and act like it's only Xbox doing it. But when in reality, it's going to be everybody. This is the future of gaming. I've told you that. PC and then cloud. Y'all know this. Y'all know I've been saying this. That don't mean I'm advocating for it, but I'm telling you so if you can hear this and get warned to be like, oh snap, GameStop told me that this was happening. Let me go get my retros before they start going up. Let me start getting my emulation. Remember when I made jokes, gotta get your emulation and ROMs all you need? Bro, even I was throwing out references and y'all didn't catch it. Y'all, oh, Gapes is just joking. He just joking. That's what he do. He just jokes. Yeah, there was some truth to those jokes, weren't they?
That there won't be physical hardware soon. That everything is going to be something streamed to your phone. There will no longer be
everything's
an actual
box. Everything's in an air box. Air box. Air box. Everything is an air box.
That there won't be physical hardware soon.
Air box. Everything is an air box.
No longer be an actual device you sit down in front of.
Air box. Oh, that song, man. That song goes real good right now. Let's hear the salty tears before.
Gaming. That there won't be physical hardware soon. That everything is just going to be something streamed to your phone. There will no longer be an actual device you sit down in front of.
Oh, he's sad. Oh, air box, air box. Everything is an air box, air box, air box. Everything is an air box.
And I'll be honest, I really don't want that. I really do not. That all digital future, hell.
It's already happened. What are you talking about? You say you play on PC. That isn't digital only. Yo, what is y'all talking? Bro, that's why I can't take y'all seriously, man. Nintendo, we got physical. We got physical. Bro, listen. You dudes is ridiculous. Bro, I gotta hear this again, man. The tears
to your phone. There will no longer be an actual device you sit down in front of.
Oh.
And I'll be honest, I really don't want that. I really do not. That all digital future.
Well,
no.
I mean, but you playing on PC though. That's digital only future. Xbox, you got to synchronize the console online. That's digital only future. PS5, to use your physical disk drive, you got to sync it online to use it. That is online only future. Matter of fact, most of the games have online only on it. Nintendo Switch 2 with 99% of their games being keycard besides the exclusives. That is 99% future of digital. I mean, what are y'all talking about? You guys are already in the digital age. It's just y'all don't want to admit it.
When it comes to the fact that not only will we not have discs, everything you have is just in like an iCloud account. Hell no.
Well, I mean, it's like that with game key cards.
But seriously, what are your thoughts? Why do you think there is such a shortage of sales worldwide?
Because, I mean, look at the games y'all got. Remakes, remasters. Ain't no gamer, even an adamant gamer such as myself. Like, I bought Gears Reloaded, but I don't think I'm going to buy Halo Campaign, man. For my PS5. I mean, it's not... I mean, I would have bought it if it had multiplayer, but what's the reason for it? I already have access to it, man. You know what I mean? The excitement is gone, man. I mean, imagine buying a PS5 to play Halo Campaign Evolved 25 years later with no online. I mean, hey, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, man, I told you, man, console gaming is dead, and I said that for everybody, and now it's going to go to PC, and the next will be cloud gaming. Take care. Peace out.